Welcome to the seminar on microbots or microrobots. My name is Milind Krishna and I am pursuing BTech from Supreme Knowledge Foundation Group of Institutions. And I am from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. So let's start our seminar. So we will finally discuss about the parts and various type of topics regarding microbots or microrobots. So let's go to our content. So these are the agenda of our discussion. First of all, we will go through the introduction and then we will go through the history and features of microbots. Then we will talk about MEMS technology and what is MEMS technology regarding that and types of MEMS technologies which are used in microbots. And then we will talk about pros and cons, that is advantages and disadvantages of MEMS technologies and what are the applications of microbots used in MEMS technologies. And at the last but not the least, we will talk about the reference conclusion and let's end the topic of the seminar. So now we will talk about the history of microbots. So, microbots are born thanks to our microcontroller and microprocessors in the 20th century, and the microbots are basically dealing with small miniature sized robots. So, what is microbots? What is the history of microbots? We have to know at first. So, history of microbots basically deals with uh, microbots which are having much miniature sizes about micrometers, and it was first discovered by scientists of IEEE Society and indeed used by different researchers to expand the world of microbots. And we will also see that indeed the research of microbots in this century can be expanded to much vast. Although many microbots do not use silicon type MEMS technologies, but instead the history says that most of the microbots are using the MEMS technology. So what is MEMS technology? We will continue it in our later stages. The development of wireless connections, basically Wi-Fi, have given the most advanced technology to the microbots because they are specially analyzing in the connection regarding internet and all. So we can able to control the microbots using Wi-Fi connections. So indeed most recent research are going on in this field. So many researchers are going to expand the field of microbots, and these microbots are also been offering much devastating technology, not to us but also to the entire world. So microbots, also known as micro robots or microbotics, they are basically having a dimension ranging from 1 micrometer to 10 micrometer. They can have a different shape size but has a limitation. They are different from normal robotics or robot like structures. So they are basically implementing in the areas having much small emerging spaces like in microbiology or biotechnologies or technology such as that. So, so we will talk about the introduction of microrobotics. So what is microrobotics or microbotics? So micro means it's a prefix which means small, and robotics means robot-like structures. When miniature robots are emerging in these small devastating devices, they are known as microbots. Thus, microrobots have a different structures. They can be nanorobots, like nanometer sizes. They can be microbots, micrometer sizes. They can be of milli robots, which is milli type sizes. Okay, so a microbot would have the characteristic dimensions such as millimeter, nanometer, centimeter, and dimensions like that. So now we will talk about the features of microbots. So at submicron sizes, the physical world demands on rather than desired way of getting around. Okay, so the size of these features have to be eliminated in such a way that the technology can enhance it in our hands. So the Reynolds number for the microbots is so small that it can help in lifting the microbots in upward. They can also help these microbots in flying because their weights are limitless, because their weights are much small. Robots can be, these microbots can be moved around through rotating flagella like structure using the e-coil. So these are the features which are included in the micro robots. So we will talk about what are the pros and cons, that is what is the disadvantages and advantages of microbots. So due to their small size, microbots are potentially very cheap and can be easily made, but they can be explored to more than their smaller sizes. They can be used in very small dimensions as well. It is especially that microbots will be useful in application like looking into survivors in collapsed earthquake, or the areas where normal robots cannot be get into it. But what are the disadvantages of microbots? So microbots have lack of computational power. Okay, so they can make up by using large numbers basically, as in swarms of energies. So we can give an example of microbots which has been sent in space, like Sprogilla. So Sprovitla or Sprogilla, it is also pronounced as Sprovitla. So Sprovitla has a mass of minus 27 kg. So it has so much less mass. Sorry, it is 0.27 kg, not minus 27 kg. So it is 0.27 kg is mass, and it is been sent to space. Okay, these are the microbots. Basically, it has some advantages and it has some disadvantages. So we will discuss now about the controlling of microbots. So how are they controlled? As the image in the presentation shows, there is a sheet. It is a microfilled sheet, and over that there are two dots. We are assuming that that two dots have a fixed horizontal and vertical axes. Whenever any electrical field is applied to that microbots, the cells get charged, and through that charges the microbots move in horizontal or vertical axes, as we can say. And they can also sense the obstacles which are coming over their paths. Okay, so researchers are using this technology to enhance their microbotics field. Okay, so many force field, which are also known as electrical forces, they are independently controlled individually around some microbots. Okay. So the microbots are basically controlled also through these surfaces through where the electromotive or many force field are around, and that surfaces are known as magnetic field disks. Okay. So, so the diameter of this magnetic field disk is twice that of the micrometer. So, the size of that surface is twice that of micro robot, so that the microbots can move around into their axes of horizontal or verticals. The microrobots are moved using attractive or repulsive forces. Whenever there is any electrical fields or mini force field, they used to go into that particular direction. And when there is any type of forces like magnetic forces which repel the electrical forces, then parallelly the microbots stops on their path. So this is how the microrobots are controlled. So here I have a video over this presentation about the controlling of microrobots. So here is a video of microrobotics to control them. So this is a video, so I will play this video. So you can see how this single micro robots is going to this displacement of my magnetic disk. Okay, one by one it is controlled. One by one it is controlled, and how these things are totally controlled is seen in this video. So what is MEMS technology? So a continuing effort to miniaturize sensor due to the past few years has resulted in a significant reduction in micrometer dimensions. Okay, so this advance has resulted primarily from the extensive designs and fabrication infrastructures. Okay, so silicon micromachining has led to the development of many type of miniature sensors and miniature actuators. Okay, so this system is known as micromechanical system or MEMS. What are the types of MEMS systems? We will describe it. So MEMS systems broadly classified into many types, but the systems which are available in the market, they are mainly MEMS accelerometer, MEMS gyroscope, MEMS pressure sensor, and MEMS magnetic field sensors. Okay. So in the next in this slide we will basically deals with the different type of MEMS, basically actuators, sensors, and mechanical systems. So what are the pros and cons of this MEMS technology? So at first we will talk about the advantages. So MEMS technologies have a component with 10 to 100 micrometers. Okay. So it has a power consumption to be lesser power consumptions. Thermal consumption is less. Okay. There has been highly exposed to shock radiation and vibration. Okay. So basically power consumption is much more less as compared to other technologies in MEMS technology. Okay. And better thermal development tolerance. Okay, so these are the pros of MEMS technology, using the MEMS technology in micro robotics. And what are the disadvantage of MEMS technology? So the main disadvantage of the sensors is even through the making cost for each part is much more huge. As we are including this MEMS technology in the micro robotics, so the costing part is much high. Okay, so manufacturing and designing products are also being huge costing in the MEMS technology. So we will talk about the components which are used in microbots having MEMS technology. So what is MEMS actuators? MEMS actuators are also called micro electro mechanical system actuators. Okay. So micro actuators are small active devices basically capable of generating mechanical system of solid or fluids. So motion is generated by converting one form of energy from one form of energy to another form of energy. So typical size of micro actuators can vary from multimeter to millimeter. Okay. So micro actuators are operated basically by converting, as I have said earlier, one form of energy to other form of energy, basically from thermal to kinetic energy or vice versa. So you can see over here there is a two part. One is fixed part length 200 micrometer, and these are the comp part, line and space 5 micrometer. So having a beam length of this part, and whenever there is a any type of potential difference variation in the substrate, these are the substrates. So any substrate potential difference is there in between actuators and substrate. So this actuator part, this line beam is attracted by the substrate over this, and this negative ions and positive ion attract each other. Again, whenever there is any voltage potential difference, this substrate and these line beams used to go back to their same state. So this is how these actuators work. So next we will talk about the component, basically most important component, that is sensors. So first of all we will talk about what is sensor. Sensor are those mechanical systems which gather information from the environment and sense accordingly. So these are the function of a sensor. So this sensor which is used in MEMS technology is also known as miniature micro mechanical system sensor. Okay. So basically these sensors has been evolved in the engineering technology in much devastating ones. Okay, so the use of sensors has been increased in the micro robotics in these few days, and leads to the perfectly gathering of information. So this is why micro robots are using the sensor technology of MEMS. These devices have basically controlling capability, and they can also debug the error in the environment by sensing the different type of parameters. So we have gone through the talking about sensors and actuators in the MEMS technology to improve the microrobotics. But what are the application of this MEMS technology or microrobotics? So we will go through this one. So basically microrobotics have been used in GPS systems. Okay, they are also used in space times. Okay, they are used in basically fighting cancers. They are used in microbiology or biotechnology to improve fighting from cancers. Okay, so at the last they are also used in miniature robotics in warfare. So these are the applications where the microrobotics has been used. So going through the revolution of these microbots and application of these microbots, what are the inventions which has been influenced our world? So first invention has been made by Harvard. So they have made a HAM, HAMR, HAM. HAM basically means Harvard ambulatory microbot. So basically this is a type of microbots which has been a type of cockroach type robotics. So it is also example of microrobotics. Another invention was microrobotic bee. The third invention was salve, a type of one-legged armor. Okay, and the last one, but not the least one, the invention was that short-range independent microbotic plum, which is also known as shrimp. So these are the microbots which has been invented, and they are influencing our world. So here is a example of microbotic video I have been presenting in this seminar. So you can see that how the revolution of microbots has been increasing, that they are used in our biotechnological field. This is a devastating technology where our electronics and biomedical has been adding up and giving a limitless invention of microbots. These are basically also used for treatment of various diseases like cancers. So here's the end of the video. So discussing a lot about the microrobotics, so at last we have came to the conclusion of our seminar. So in this next several years, our microrobotic technology will be much more enhanced. Because of this such disadvantages of this power consumptions and all, we are influencing to make the microbot much more high level. So one thing is clear, that our coming future will be full of microrobotics. So this will not be able to help us in our technical field, but it will also be used to make the imagination into real time by using microrobotics. So these are my references which I have included in the presentation or seminar of this electronics department. So this is our last slide. So thank you very much for hearing my seminar. Thank you.